Welcome to another episode of Geek-men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin.
I'm Pamira.
I'm Zombie, and this is ADHD Theater.
I totally would have screwed that up, so thank you. I was about to say AD or whatever. I was just
see, you messed it up already.
I did.
Dustin, tell us who our guest is.
Yes, so our guest here is Addie.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Addie Marie.
Thanks for having
Addie
me.
Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you been?
Good. Yeah. It's been a long day. Looking
Yeah.
forward to the weekend.
Yeah. I hear that. So I guess let's just cut straight to it.
Why do I hear crickets?
What was that?
Why do I hear crickets?
Right.
Yeah. So we recently talked to you about some art, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what do you have to say, Pumira?
We're looking for some new art, so we reached out to Addie.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
Yeah. And so, are you currently, I don't know, open for commissions?
Yeah. I got room for some commissions.
Okay.
Yeah, working on a couple projects here and there I'll be able to advertise online. But yeah, I got room for commissions. I usually always have like time for one-offs and stuff. I have people asking me off and on to draw family members and things like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
So, Addie, we met you through the Madness Network, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. Like, I'm already getting to make connections and get commissions, even though I'm still working on my own comic type thing. And there's another comic that's still in the works. But I'll be able to advertise it soon because it's not my personal project specifically for one of them. But it's cool to already get work and stuff, even though I'm still on the edge of being in the comic community. So that's nice.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been doing this?
Art in general?
Yeah, just art in general.
Yeah, as long as I can remember. So
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
getting
wow.
into digital the last handful of years.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So was that transition to digital difficult, or did you just kind of roll with it and it's like second nature now?
It was only difficult because I didn't have a tablet at first, and I was drawing on an iPhone 5, which the screen is that big, and I was drawing with my finger. So there's a handful of old photos out there of some ancient art I
Wow.
drew for like about a year and a half until I was able to get a bamboo tablet, which also isn't the greatest. I think it was like $80, but I finally have a tablet Apple to be able to draw and Procreate and stuff, and eventually do more animation and hopefully learn Photoshop.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, so I've seen your work, and it's been, how do I put this? Like, it's to see you work and have it blend the actual human being into whatever you're trying to create. You capture that perfectly.
I'm glad you like how it turned out. Yeah.
It's just so awesome. So I want to get to the art that we commissioned from you. So let's dive into that here. Which one should we start with?
Whichever one looks the least interesting first, so that they have to wait till the end for the good one. I don't know.
Yeah, they're all good.
I know. I think they're so good. I don't know which one to pick. Where did you start when we asked you?
I think I did the skull one first. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember. Yeah.
That's me.
Zombie. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was the
I
only
love
reference I kind of gave. So
Yeah, that lone reference.
Yeah,
Looks like it went from like being a toddler skull to an adult skull.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome.
And I don't have a reference, the initial reference for the dairy one, but here's Derry's avatar.
That's awesome.
Derry, you should have been here.
Sunglasses.
Yeah, unfortunately. And so, I mean, I'm sure my mom will be in the comments talking about how fantastic the one you did of me is, because she thinks she's over the moon about it. Let's see. And then so here's me. Pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm not that cut, but still, it's
Well,
I'm working
even
on it.
the
I'm
new-
working on it.
Eric wasn't that skinny.
Even the new symbols on the belt buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
And then here's the same with Pumaira.
I love it.
We had just made that new symbol too, so
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So here's the symbol that you know, I was like, okay, well, let's put this on the belts and stuff like that. And I gave her some referentive images and all that, but so this is what it culminated into. Bum dum. Ta-da!
Cool. Love it.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm so pleased with it. I'm over the moon.
Yeah.
I love
Nice.
it.
Let's see.
super
Let's go.
talented.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is fun watching her draw. Pop says it is. What days do you normally do live streams?
I get invited to the Madness Entertainment group on Saturday when they stream on Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday, but I don't always consistently join. It depends on how pregnant I'm feeling that day and needing a nap.
Right. Yeah, I hear
Love
that.
that.
I try to go as often as I have the time to, though. Yeah, I usually make it on at least Saturdays or Sundays at the most, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
yes, those are excellent.
Thanks. Yeah, I
Great.
can do different background colors or anything. If you have anything else you want me to do to any of those, I can do that.
Yeah. I do have some ideas that I'm wanting to hit you up on. So I'm sure we'll be talking in the future.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting more into superhero-esque art now that I've joined the Madness because everyone talks about like heroes and stuff so much. So I did my own version of Wonder Woman recently, and I think that one turned out
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah, it did.
That is excellent.
That took a
love
lot
that.
of work though, but it turned out really cool with the shading and everything.
Yeah.
Figured out how to do gold. That was difficult.
Wow.
But
Wow.
yeah, if you want the time lapse of those, I can send you those if you want.
Oh yeah, that would
Those
be
drawings.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's very like classic Disney-ish.
I get that, and then I get that's the one half of thing that I get compared to a lot, and the other half is Ren and Stimpy. So it's always like a mix of people see cute stuff in what I do more, or crazy kooky stuff in what I do.
Well, I think it's a nice blend of both. And
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I have ideas that I'm hoping to talk you into, rope you
Yeah.
into doing with me.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Hi, Bailey. My child just got bored of
Hi.
her movie after 5 minutes and found me. So
yeah, that's the typical kiddo. Yeah, so she's drawn Pops a few times.
yeah,
And the thing that set me off was you drew Princess Pops, and
that was the first request. Yeah.
that totally like just solidified what I was wanting to happen, because you did this perfectly in a Disney dress and all that, and it's like,
Wow.
okay, yep, it's
Yep.
got to happen.
Yeah, I can already hear, like, I'm getting into animation. I can already see him like slapping and swearing at all the birds that would be flying around him in the Disney setting, and
That's
because he
funny.
hates it when people bring it up. He's like, "Stop."
He wants that to die so bad, but it's never gonna happen.
Oh.
Well,
There it is.
I'm gonna need more than a couple of blunts to forget all this bibbity bobbity bullshit.
Right. Which again is perfect. And Pops fired back and he said, she's gonna draw me that way too. And I said, hey, I'm fine with that. Just be sure to capture my essence and beard. And
Oh my
I mean, which I thought she did in this. So yeah, I mean, heck yeah.
A
I got a
princess.
beautiful flowing mane.
I
What's
see
to
more
want?
of Beauty and the Beast, but you get to be Beast, you know,
Right.
because of the lion and vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, I got quite a mane here, but oh man. So you sent me a time lapse. I wonder if I can pull that up.
Okay, yeah. I'm slowly loading and sending you the rest.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, cool. Video.
You can I
clips,
guess
maybe?
you could like turn those into like maybe a YouTube short or something if you wanted to post them.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can download this here.
Hey, baby.
I looked ya.
No.
Save.
Yes, I did.
No.
Yes, I did.
No.
And,
Yes, I did. Uh-oh.
ba-bum-bum. Here we go. Open. Just a moment for it to load.
Bailey, please.
No.
She's in her cat phase where she has to lick me every 2 seconds.
Oh boy.
I guess it's better than when she rubbed the lollipop all over the side of me, and I was like, "Why am I sticky?"
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Okay, so here's the process.
Might.
No.
Okay.
Might. I like to get away. I like to get
That's
out
freaking
my
cool.
car. Hey, I need a white.
Bailey. I
That's awesome.
Loved it.
He's gonna love that when he sees
Yeah.
it.
Oh, is he not in the comments either right now?
No, I was hoping he would, but he is driving. So
Oh.
He's behind the wheel, so
yeah. Let's see. What cartoon or comic influenced you when you were a child or even a teenager?
oh,
I guess yeah, like you said, like Disney and I didn't grow up watching Ren and Stimpy, but so I'm surprised that so many people see that in my art. I watched a lot of SpongeBob, and I know some of that was inspired by Ren and Stimpy. So
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
okay, Bailey, you gotta settle down.
Don't worry, she's fine.
She's hepped up on Reese cups,
Yeah, well, that's a good place to be.
which is funny.
I wanna
'cause
be
she
hyped
had-
up on
she
Reese
ate
Cups.
she ate like 2 earlier, and she had like 1 this evening. I don't know why she's so crazy. Is that hand going bad? You loopy?
No.
your attention is divided, and we're live. So.
It's totally perfectly fine and no
Kids have
worries at all.
That
I love it.
spidey sense about them. It's like, oh, now it's my time to shine.
Right.
Yeah, I when I'm on the madness a lot, you probably see Bailey's face pop up all the time.
Yeah, I know our kids do that all the time too. They're probably up there hovering around Pumira wanting to pop in.
No,
And
they're
then-
upstairs.
And in mine are teenagers, which you'll never see. If I was to like swing the camera their direction, they duck and hide or freeze.
Right.
That's a different generation of "Don't film me, mom," and this
Hi,
one is
Jessica.
"Film me, mom." I guess.
And it's funny because they grew up watching the videos of other kids on YouTube playing with their toys instead of them playing with their own toys.
Right.
What
Right.
are you doing?
Yeah.
That drives me crazy. It's like, kids, just go play with your toys. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll
then-
do both. Yeah, she'll do both.
And then when they did play with toys, they were playing like they were the influencers making
Yeah.
a video of playing
Oh my
with
gosh,
I'm like,
cringe.
What is wrong with you?
Yep.
Our kids did that too, but they do have their own YouTube channel. Of course, that I monitor. Of course, not saying they run free, but so I filter the comments and not the comments, but I filter the videos that they it's like. Okay, you can post this one,
Content.
Yeah.
and then I post it. Yeah.
Yeah. Billy,
So.
go watch Wonka. What? You gotta be good for me though if you're gonna be back here, okay? Be good. You're so crazy.
Little Tasmanian devil.
Yeah. Well, I know it's getting close to your cutoff time, so
I probably can for a little longer. For some reason, I'm like mysteriously like not super tired at the moment. So
okay.
probably because this one won't stop making noise.
All right. Well, let me see if I can.
She's a happy pooper.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Oh, wait.
Save downloads.
Oh, kids are precious, though.
Yeah.
People that don't have children just don't
Yes.
understand. It's
You want
cherish it
yogurt?
while you've got it.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
You want a yogurt? Have a yogurt. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Here's the a second video that I'll share with everyone. Processing.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay. So this is me.
I hope you don't mind. I kept the pose a little bit because I wasn't super familiar with the character in general, but I wanted to keep them accurate to what you wanted.
Yeah, no, it works.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I wouldn't have done it any other way.
Right.
You're setting the bar high for me too, because it's like now I want to make customs based off of your artwork.
Right.
So I'm like, shit, and I've got to, oh, sorry. I got to find base bodies for these.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope she didn't hear that.
Oh no, I got earbuds in. So.
Okay.
If she could hear, she'd be all over even more wanting more attention because then she'd be able to hear all the people that she's missing out on.
Right.
Oh, boy.
Okay. I try to behave when I know there's little ears listening.
Yeah, you're good right now.
Okay.
So, where
Even though it's,
can
even
where
though it's
can
really
folks
funny when
find
kids
you?
swear, but oh yeah, on Addie Marie Art, I think my name's displayed that right now on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Okay.
And when I'm on the madness, I say you can friend me on Facebook under Addie Kid if you're not a creepy person.
Right. Right. That's definitely a good factor there.
I mean, it's a
Well-
running joke amongst a handful of friends on Facebook because I had one guy say, oh no, I posted a picture of me and my husband and I wrote, love my man so much. And they commented, really, then why are you always flirting online? And I'm like,
What?
how am I flirting? I guess the few selfies I've posted are flirting. So then I started doing all kinds of things to be funny and sarcastic about that.
Yeah. I don't know how that would happen.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's glare. That is not going to work, is it?
What are you trying to do?
I'm on your Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. I'm on your Instagram. I'm gonna give you a follow. There you go.
Yeah,
oh, cool.
there you go.
Thanks.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If you follow me on TikTok, try not to be alarmed at how many, like, I am not a celebrity. I don't know how I got 3 million likes on things. It kind of freaks me out. Yeah.
Wow.
Every time someone like finds my TikTok, they're like, oh, you are famous on TikTok? And I'm like, no, I don't even know what happened there because I don't know. I lost the interaction because I had a kid and I got lazy, so I don't know how to. I don't
No,
know.
you're not
Most
lazy.
of the-
That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mean, most of the likes and stuff. Well, most of the interaction that kept keeping me popular where little kids telling me I was drawing something wrong, and that got old really quick. So like all these kids would like pile on. It would go into the algorithm because it would get popular only for negative reasons, and that would irritate the shit out of me. And I'm like, so I'd get like wake up with 50 comments of kids being like, "You're right, that's not how you draw that," and I'm like, celebrity is not worth it.
Good, bad, it doesn't matter. They're still talking about you.
Yeah.
It's hard to look at
For
it
sure.
that way when it's a bunch of
Nah.
irritating people being irritating when none of them post anything and they don't
Yeah.
have a reason to be telling an adult what to do.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean,
right.
it's.
I
would just ignore those haters.
Oh no, I'd have
They're
fun with
children,
them. Like,
so like at the same time,
okay.
like, where are your parents?
Right. That would be funny to be.
At least I can read cursive.
Or write in cursive.
Yes.
I
All
can
these
sign
kids coming in to
checks.
sign checks is just an F.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll
I
be
would have
YouTube
so much
tutorials
fun
on how to
with it.
sign checks.
Yeah. Or write checks.
Yeah, I don't know how to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a while since I've done any of that, but I love what you did here, and
Thanks,
so
yeah.
like I said, I have several things in mind.
Okay. Yeah.
One, an ongoing project. Another one, I want a cat's lair for our dudes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh. That's good.
I can
but
see that.
yeah. So we'll have to work on that. We'll collaborate.
Okay, cool.
So, did you get to watch the movie last night?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that, or are you ready to go?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I'm not super good at critiquing things, but I guess I guess I could a little bit.
Neither are we.
In the heart of a major city, in a place raised to honor Earth's.
I have no idea what happened.
Oh.
It's like,
we were
did
critiquing
we
that.
just?
I was like, wait a minute, where am I?
Right.
Okay, so how did you start in this line of business? Good question.
Oh, me, you guys or me? Wait.
You.
Oh, business. We're gonna start from the very beginning. It would be my neighbors paying me $5 to make them birthday cards for other relatives.
Oh, really?
I was always known as the artist. I was a single child, still am. So like, I didn't have any siblings or anything. I always found a way to entertain myself, which was redesigning Disney characters. I thought were like, they're ugly. I need to redraw their dress. Ew. Like I do that. Like as a kid, like I hated Snow White's dress, and I would just like redraw Disney characters and make them more girly and stuff.
So what's your most popular ask that people ask you to do?
Oh, for like commission work, I guess. Just like, but like, I guess drawing people and stuff. I mean,
maybe even just in general, like what either is the most popular ask and what's your favorite? Should
okay. I really do like when someone gives me an idea and lets me run with it. So like character design is like a big thing I like to do because I like to draw a bunch of different versions of one thing for someone. And I love color schemes and things like that. So that's one thing I really enjoy doing. A lot of time, I guess I get people wanting me to either draw their original character or just drawing them and their spouse or something, or drawing someone's kids. Like those are the two major things I get asked for. And because I consider myself a commissioned artist, I make it available that sure, I'll draw anything as long as it's not like inappropriate or anything, I don't draw raunchy stuff because there's plenty of that out there. You can turn around and see 5 other artists that will do things like that for you.
Fair enough. What's this? Oh, Okay, it's just Pops talking. So yeah, sorry. Back to the movie. So I guess we start off with have you watched anything recently?
Oh, like that movie?
Oh,
That's
so
one of them.
so
Nope.
so what? So what you're watching is kind of like the pre-segment leading into the movies. It could be, another movie that you recently watched, or television shows that you're
Mhm.
catching up on, or maybe that you binged.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I mentioned to you that I binged the second season of Squid Game, and then something called I think it's just called The Eight Game, which is basically kind of like Squid Game, another thing about people competing for money and end up passing.
Oh.
So that was just interesting. I tried to start another like apocalyptic type thing, but it was real cheesy and it felt like it was supposed to be cheesy. And I'm like,
The
Mm.
markers need to stay down here.
I find it's way more interesting if something is unintentionally cheesy, other than being forced to be cheesy. It's way more
Yeah.
interesting when they're not trying, when they're trying hard not to be, and then it just ends up that way. But there's a couple things I've watched. I watched Saint Clarita's Diet all the way through. I felt like the end was rushed, but the rest was pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that show. I thought it was pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, very interesting topic for a storyline.
Yeah.
And they pulled it off really well. I was worried. I'm like, oh, geez. Or people are dropping like flies here. How are they going to get away with this? And then they just do.
Right.
I'm like, oh, wow. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
neighbor's a cop, so.
Well, yeah, and
He was corrupt, but I'm not going to give everything away. But
right. What is this? You can
There's a whole like conversation going on in the comments between Pops and Undead Ramen. I don't think you want to pull any of that up.
Yeah. I'm trying to my best to ignore it. I see ya.
We see you.
We see ya. We'll get to you in a minute. Okay, yeah. So that's awesome. We just recently watched several things. It was, let's see.
What?
What was it? Well, Reacher. What was the other thing we just watched? Reacher.
Recruit?
Oh yeah, Recruit and Night Agent. All very similar, like subjects and topics, but I mean, all good in their own way. But I'm definitely a fan of Reacher. So
Will Trent, rookie.
yeah, those are our usual shows. But yeah, Invincible. Oh, and I started watching Daima, Dragon Ball Daima,
Oh.
right? Yeah, or however you pronounce it. I enjoy.
oh my gosh, if you like anime, you like funny anime, watch what is it? Mashle, Magic and Muscles or something. That's really funny. I just got into anime not like a month or two ago.
Oh yeah.
So I've been like watching that, and yeah, that one's really good. And so is Konosuba. That's really good. I fell out of watching a couple other things, but Mashle, Magic and Muscles is basically like it was like a spoof on Harry Potter, kind of like the making fun of the Chosen One thing in a wizarding world, but he's not a wizard and he just uses his muscles to beat all these people with magic. It's pretty funny.
That sounds similar to a show you described to me, Zombie.
Sounds like Black Clover.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's pretty much the same premise. It's
Is that anime or is that something else?
Anime, yeah. It's an anime.
So
it's this boy.
Is that comedy or yeah?
I mean, it's not like straight up comedy. There's comedy in it. It's like action adventure type of stuff. It's in like a very magical world. Everybody can use magic except for this one kid for some reason. And when they reach a certain age, they all go to this academy and they're assigned a grimoire. and their world is divided into kingdoms, and they live in the Clover Kingdom, and your grimoire shows basically your power level, and it has either like your on the cover it has a picture of a clover, and depending on how many leaves are on that clover signifies your power level, and very rarely is there ever like a 4-leaf clover on the cover. And the kid without any magic goes and expects to get a grimoire thinking, well, maybe that will help me get magic and everything, and he's the only one that doesn't end up with one. And then his brother that he grew up with, they get attacked in the middle of the night or something by somebody trying to, I don't know, do something, and then something happens, and the kid with no magic, suddenly this black grimoire appears in front of him, and it's got 5-leaf clover on it. So he's got like
Whoa.
these demonic powers or whatever that's similar to magic. It's anti-magic. So like he can dispel all these powerful things all of a sudden, and he's got this giant sword that he can use, and it's wild, it's crazy, and it just takes off from there, and it's like, what, this is crazy.
That's not the one I thought you were talking about, but regardless, that also sounds good.
I watch
Sounds
a bunch
like
of
Ruby.
different anime.
Yeah, you
so, like, you guys are like just jumping on the train. I was born on the train, so
I'm also waiting for the next season of Chainsaw Man. That was really good.
yes, I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Chainsaw Man. I like One Punch Man. What was the other one that was really good that ended not too long ago, and I'm waiting for the next season? There's so many of them, I can't hardly keep them all straight now. It's like
My Hero Academia.
oh, yeah, that one's okay, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Short circuit. That is not what you said before.
Oh, he did
a
that
lot
on
has
purpose.
changed since that show started.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. So I did see a comment for Addie. It was where to go. Are you looking to be independent all the time, or work with a company, or in the same business?
Oh,
Like, I guess that maybe falls under aspirations.
oh yeah. I just never had. I haven't had an opportunity to work with a actual company yet. So I mean, I've only looked into that kind of thing a tiny bit because I wasn't qualified on LinkedIn to actually apply to anything.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
Because I don't have 5 years of experience of Photoshop or any of that. I don't have Photoshop. I have Procreate, and I have pencils, paint, and markers. So
Yeah.
those are my 2 options right at the moment with the semi older tablet I got. So and we are having another kid, but I don't know, who knows, maybe in the future or maybe in the present I could at some point maybe like do some form of internship. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's just not in the forefront of my mind, just because in the next few months I'm gonna be giving birth, and like I told Pops, if you're still listening, if you get up to, what was it? Did I say 7 million subscribers on YouTube? I'll give birth on stream.
Oh,
Holy
Okay.
crap.
7 million's a lot to look forward to, but
Yeah, that would be insane.
and then until okay, he's got until early August to make that happen.
Ooh,
Make me famous. What? You want a snack? What do you want? Do you want some yogurt?
So
Is that a
real
yes?
quick, I'm going to do. So I actually did get to catch up on a couple of shows that I didn't forget about, but I finally was able to have access to it again. So you had mentioned Invincible. I'm caught up on Invincible now, Dustin. So
Yeah.
I got to go back. I also got caught up on The Boys. And
Oh, nice.
I've got to go back and rewatch that whole thing because it's been so long. That last season,
It's a lot.
I'm going, what?
Right.
What is going on? You know, it's like, what is this even the same show?
Yeah.
Like, there was one of the guys in the last season, character's name's Mother Milk. Like he lost a lot of
He
weight.
did.
I'm like,
I
yeah,
had
what happened
I had
to
drawn
him?
some Homelander fan art, and Anthony Starr liked it on Instagram. That was pretty cool.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's see what. Oh, Vox Machina. I finally got
Yeah.
caught up on Vox Machina.
Yeah.
I
So,
love that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I liked The Witcher for a little bit. I don't know if there's another season, but I didn't. If there is, I haven't watched it yet. I liked some of
I
The
don't have a
Witcher.
clue. There was like a new
Henry
animated.
Cavill or
Oh no, the one with people. I want to stare at real abs.
right. So again, but is that with Henry Cavill or is
Yes.
it the Liam? Okay. Yeah, they replaced him with Liam Hemsworth,
Oh.
and
Mm.
it's like at that point I'm like, yeah, no, I just tuned out. I was like, yeah, no.
Are they still going forward with that, or did they just go ahead and cancel it? Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
I haven't kept up with it.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
they
remember.
I think they filmed part of the season with or part of a season with Liam Hemsworth, but they canceled it.
Huh.
Okay, so it is canceled.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I
sad.
think, as far as I know.
The whole show's canceled, or just like
Yeah, because Henry Cavill's not in it. He's like everyone was up in arms about that.
I would be fine if they finished that that storyline
Right.
as an animated feature of just to wrap that up, because there is a couple of animated Witcher movies. Like there's one that takes place before that current storyline, where the main guy, by the end of it, we see Geralt as a little boy,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I thought they did announce that they canceled it, but like do something animated, Netflix. Finish the story because I don't know, that sucks if you don't.
To me, it sucked that they did Henry Cavill dirty. So,
I mean, we'll probably never know the full story about what happened, because so much stuff happens. And as somebody on the inside of the industry, if you don't 100% fully agree with how everything is going, it takes one person to plant a seed, and that seed starts to sprout and more people jump on it, and before you know it, everybody's turned against you. So who knows really what happened in that situation? We may never know, but it's you had a good thing, people loved it, and then you wanted to change something and all parties didn't agree with it. So shame on all of it, for all of it. I don't know. Grow the fuck up and move forward with it,
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think Henry Cavill was right in wanting to stay true to the story, but
as he should.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's popular. That's what fans want. That's what's in the games. That's what's in the lore. You stick with it. Why change all this stuff? Okay, but going back to The Boys, I've read the comics before the show came out. So, and the show is vastly different from the comics. The crew, The Boys, you are required to take V, the drug that turns people super.
Yeah.
But as an adult, you're not going to gain some weird superpower thing. Your strength will be enhanced. Your senses will be enhanced. So you're not going to suddenly develop being able to fly or teleport or walk through walls and all that weird stuff that they have in the show. Right. And then it's a death sentence. No, in the comic, if you're an adult and you get your hands on it, you're just an enhanced human at that point. But you're nowhere near what the people that were injected as infants, how they turn out. So, that's a big difference from the show. But even some of like the side characters that they've introduced are way different. Like the one from the one season Stormbreaker or whatever was like this big Russian dude or something. And I'm like, wait, what? It's a woman, and now there's I was like, okay, this is way out there for me because I enjoyed those comics. But yeah, no. So if you're a fan of the show, do yourself a favor, go to the source material, get the comics, read the comics. I wish the show followed the comics because they're so good.
Well, having not read the comics, I do find this entertaining at least a little bit. When they don't get all political and stuff about it. Like this season
the last
was a little
season
rough.
was very political. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I get it. It was rough. It was rough.
Yeah.
We could do a review show of just the boys or whatever. I've got a lot to say on that. So I don't know. I was not happy at all with that last season, but I heard a lot of people weren't happy with that last season.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I know Jared Padalecki and what was his name? The Angel. I cannot think of his name right now. Misha Collins. I heard the two of them are reuniting with Jensen Ackles on the set of Boys. And so it's going to be like a mini supernatural reunion on the set of The Boys.
Oh.
Because
that's funny because
they had Bobby. What was that?
No, I was just saying, because the reveal in the last episode was okay. And that's another thing. Like the soldier boy that we got in the show is not the soldier boy that was in the comic. Let me tell you, it's a far cry. Like the one in the show is great. I love how they wrote him because I didn't like him in the comic at all. He was not this character. So this character that they turned him into for the show, I think, is great.
Yeah.
But there's very few things that I could pick through and go, okay, the show did it better than what the comic did. Like the whole thing that they're doing with Black Noir in the show, it's like, what are you doing? Like that's a pivotal character in the comic, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but trust me. Like, if you go and you read these comics, keep your eye on Black Noir.
Right.
Because there's some crazy stuff that goes down. And the whole way you're going, what is this guy's problem? Mm-hmm. You find out.
Yeah. So, speaking of The Boys, the kid who plays the son of Homelander is in our movie, The Boy Who Killed Boy Kills World.
Boy Kills World.
Yeah.
There you go.
So let's talk about that. What do we think about this movie? You want to give us a brief setup, Zombie?
Do I have to? You might not like what I have to say.
Just a general.
Okay. So we're introduced to this little boy who's gone through a very traumatic situation where his family is killed because they live in a society that's pretty much a totalitarian government system where the matriarch in charge pretty much holds all the power. Whatever she says goes, and if you cross her, you're done for. Like, you don't exist. Your family doesn't exist. Your lineage is wiped out. So this kid ends up training with this, mystic Asian hermit dude or whatever, and the whole time he's led to believe, you need to train your butt off and get stronger and avenge your mother and sister's death because they were killed brutally in front of you. So this kid is almost tortured to the point, like doesn't like the monk do something to his ears or whatever, so he can't.
Yeah, he puts like a hot hot like metal pick in his ear and stuff.
Yeah, and you're like, what is that all about? You know?
Yeah.
And so then he becomes mute and he doesn't talk, and he adopts this inner voice that's, you know, this epic video game character voice or something like that.
Player
his
one.
childhood.
The
Yeah.
cinematic voiceover.
Yeah.
Right. And the whole time I'm going, isn't that the guy from like the Home Movies cartoon that used to play on Adult Swim? I'm going, it totally is. Anyway, if you don't know about that, go look that up. But yeah, no, so he grows up and he becomes this warrior, and the whole time he's telling himself, you know, I'm an instrument of vengeance and all this other kind of stuff. So he goes on this crusade to
Right.
avenge his mother's death, and he kicks a lot of ass. But I'm going to tell you, I lost it. I fell off whenever he got into the fights and he had the machine guns, and he's like this with the guns, shooting them. Like, yeah, okay, you can't shoot your guns like this when you pull the triggers. You don't thrust your guns forward. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm out. I can't.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
Wasn't the actor that played the main guy? Isn't that the guy that plays the new It? Was that who that was?
Yeah. He
Okay, I'm
plays
like-
Pennywise, and he also played the new Crow.
No.
He's
that
creepy
movie-
looking.
That movie doesn't exist.
It's
Justin.
hard for him to be a compassionate mute deaf character
Yeah.
when he's so creepy looking.
He was that's Skarsgård or whatever.
Yeah.
his
Eric
Oh.
name
Skarsgård.
is. Yeah. So yeah, I dropped off in one of the first fight scenes that we see him in as an adult, and he's got the machine guns, and he's going, with them. I'm like, yeah, try it in real life, loser.
Oh my.
Maybe he got the hang of it.
His inner monologue was getting to me. The way he talked to himself, it just reminded me of Zoolander, where he's like, "You gotta kill the Prime Minister of Malaysia!"
Yeah. Oh, the funniest
kinda
part
fun
of the
movie,
movie was when he met the second dude after freeing the one guy, and
Assam,
he
yeah.
just talked nonsense because he couldn't
Yeah.
he couldn't read his lips. I was laughing my ass off at that.
Peanut butter butthole. What?
Yeah.
Don't go down.
I couldn't figure out at the end. It got real confusing. So that wasn't his real mom, or was it? I couldn't. I
He
couldn't
was
tell.
brainwashed
It was
into
not.
thinking that dude's wife was his mom.
Yeah.
So he was from the rich evil family. Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah,
I thought,
but
okay.
was he? Was he though?
Was the sister brainwashed into not
it's-
thinking she wasn't?
Yeah, like it's very like Lady or the Tiger-ish, I think. Like, I think it's up to interpretation for however you view the movie, and it's kind of left up to you to decide as the viewer, was he really part of the rich family to begin with? You know, obviously the monk guy did a number on him and messed up his head, so he's in this constant state of like half sleep, half awake, delirium kind of thing.
Yeah, was he
going
doing drugs in the beginning or
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course, there, you know, by the end of the movie, we see there's like a family portrait there. But when the mom, the matriarch, dies, like the grandmother, like, kill him, and you know, because the one woman we find out that's got the really cool like helmet thing, cat helmet, whatever, is his sister. She didn't die all those years ago, like he was led to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that whole family goes after those two particularly. So
I kind of liked the contrast. I felt like there was an artistic contrast with the helmet talking and then him having an inner monologue. It was like two people that don't quite communicate verbally. I felt like that was supposed to be like a contrast thing.
Yeah.
right.
Or a thing that goes
Like-
together.
I have no doubt those two were brother and sister.
Yeah.
He
but
called
the
her
que-
pretty, and then I was like, wait a minute, it's not the sister? You
Wait,
say on her?
No,
Luke
that
and
was
Leia?
that was the little girl that called her pretty.
Oh, yeah. Luke and Leia,
Right.
though?
So yeah,
But
so
his
she was
inner
calling her-
monologue of the sister is him. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. So I mean, it's possible that they were abducted as young children and brought
Babies.
into that rich family. So maybe they weren't biologically related to them, but they were raised as their children. So,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. It's really confusing. So I was right there with you by the end because did you see the post-credit scene?
Oh, no, they turned it off. I didn't know there was a post-credit scene.
So in his memories, he was sitting at a kitchen table with his sister eating that cereal. So that's what the post-credit scene was, them as adults in that kitchen. It was all overgrown, nature reclaimed whatever building this was in. So at some point, they were there in that building, in that room, at that table, eating cereal as children, and they found their way back.
They weren't
as
children,
adults.
though.
In his memories, he had memories of him and his little sister eating cereal at that table.
Oh.
And then by the end of the movie, as adults, they're back at that table eating that cereal.
Okay.
So that's what led me to believe that they were abducted as small children, brought into that family, and they grew up a little bit. And then we see those scenes play out when his head clears up a little bit more. And it's like, okay, so the monk guy and his family and their family, and that's why they're kind of at odds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really confusing.
I wanted to know what would have happened at the end there. Did the society fall apart or something because their dictator isn't alive anymore? What's going to happen? Is someone else going to overtake her? But everyone died, and now what? Are we all hippies? And
I think we're better off.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, April, what was it you said? Or Primara, what was it you said about...
Yes, Pops! I did the same thing. As soon as I saw she had her face covered, and I'm like, he called it 15 minutes into the movie that was his sister. I thought the same thing. I'm like, that's his sister. That's her. She didn't die.
Bailey.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I knew. So in essence, it was predictable, but at the same time, I still enjoyed it.
Easy.
I loved the part where he's trying to sneak in, and the mental image of his sister keeps popping up, and it's messing him up. But then she's like, I'm going to be a ninja. No, I'm going to be a butterfly ninja. And then she shows up as a butterfly ninja. I love that. Yes, that is awesome.
Definitely a fun movie.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was fun. I really just wish they would have cast someone else because he was too creepy. Creepy looking. Timothy Chalamet is popping off, and he's a nice little stick boy. They could have done him, and it would have been funny. Him winging around giant guns. That would have been cool. He was in Dune.
I want the gun where you punch.
Yeah. That gun was insane.
That looked ridiculously inaccurate.
Well, yeah, of course. But still
want one.
You'll punch your eye out, kid. Go to wipe your eye.
Oh.
End up like Carl from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Coral. Oh, I saw the Pinterest board of all the coral memes that circulated. Hey, I live in Maine, and I can tell you that place does not look like Maine. That's what The Walking Dead is supposed to be based in, is Maine, and that is definitely not.
Put your eye out, Coral.
It's so funny that they based it in Maine. I mean, like, okay.
Was it Maine? Because I thought it was...
At the beginning, it was. The very beginning. It's supposed to be in Maine. Where's the zombie lobsters? I want zombie lobsters. Ancient crustaceans live forever until you kill them.
What if you eat them? Then what happens?
You become one of Davy Jones's shipmates and look like a lobster zombie.
That I think would fit better into Lori's
You're right.
story. The whole
That's
zombie lobster thing.
That's a squirrel.
Yeah, how are they supposed to eat if it's still alive?
Hiya, I'm a squirrel.
It's still moving when it's in your tummy.
I don't know.
Something you got to deal with. Get used to.
I could say so. I'm not saying it. I'm not. I'm
They
thinking
could be
past
still
that
mooing.
point. I'm thinking past the stomach.
Yeah. I'm sure it looks pretty much the same thing, minus your digestive fluids.
Yeah, but is it going to try to crawl back?
Could.
I mean,
Did
Lauren,
you
we
chew
have
it all the way? What are we talking about?
Lauren.
Path of the Pale Rider.
Yeah.
No, I'm being gross and salty tonight. So I'm
Gross
like,
and
yeah,
salty. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right.
You know, this is gross and salty Takis.
Oh,
Never had 'em. Never had them, and now I don't want to. So
so let's start with the Addy here. What would you give this rating?
Oh, the movie? Oh,
Yeah, the movie.
No pressure.
I mean, okay. Like if I would
Be
watch
honest.
it again. If I would watch, I feel like I would watch it again.
Okay.
So, is that 3 or? I guess 3.5. Sure, it was. Well, maybe 3.
Okay. That's fair.
It wasn't awful.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'd give it a 3. Whatever. Rotten Tomatoes probably gave it a 3 too. I don't know.
A 1.
we do our own Baja Blast rating. That's what Zombie was sipping on. I just got Mountain Dew.
straight from you know who.
Yep.
I shouldn't, but I do. Pop says 3.5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought he would like it less because of how easy he called at the beginning and
Dustin does that to every movie.
I did not call the end. I got very confused. I think they did that intentionally.
Where's mine? Okay. Here. Oh yeah. Duh. It was up already.
It's already up.
Oh my gosh. I got
yeah,
confused.
so-
I thought that movie was called Slotherhouse the whole time I was watching it because I got confused because Pops was talking at both at once. And I'm like, where are the sloths? The whole time I'm like, are they not coming? Is that the pun? Is that the joke? Did I miss the joke? There's no sloths. Well, I mean, they were slaughtering everyone, so it still fits. So I was still like, where's the sloths?
No, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. So
right.
I will rate it a
What you
I'm gonna go
Oh, I like that there's -0.
3.5.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I've watched this twice, by the way.
No.
I watched this
No.
once a long time ago when it first came out, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is fun.
Wait, when did it come out?
A couple years ago,
Oh, okay.
but
I haven't watched like any new movies.
yeah, I only get to watch them when everything's predictable anymore.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Pop said.
You see it all.
Okay, so Zombie, what was your rating? 2?
2.
Aw,
I can't believe you.
disappointing.
It was fun.
Soulless. Okay, well, his eyes were pretty empty. He was it.
His eyes
love
look like they could literally
Pennywise.
pop out of his head at any moment.
I mean,
What?
maybe if you
He's
squeeze him
just
hard
got
enough.
that look about him. I don't know.
He's got that gauntlet. Well, yeah, was it around the same time he made it? Because maybe he was still training for the clown role.
Close your eyes a little bit. They're gonna pop out. I don't know. Look at him
Yeah.
trying.
I'm trying to
That's
pop
like,
my
yeah.
eyes up.
Yeah, that's like one of the.
I don't
one
know.
of the things that made me not like it. I feel like if it was, since it felt like I could not tell at the very, very beginning if it was a comedy or not. But like if Jack Black played him, I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a comedy.
Oh yeah,
like
totally.
if that, like if someone you knew that was funny was gonna play him, like that guy plays only weird, serious roles. Maybe they're just giving him a chance. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Cast an older comedian. That would have been funnier. I don't know.
Can you imagine Bill Burr in that role?
No, I can't.
What
No.
the fuck are you doing here?
I can see them casting Chris Pratt as him because he keeps getting cast as the weird guys that people have sympathy for.
Yeah.
Neither one of those guys could keep their mouths closed for that long to pull the troll off. So not happening. It's like me at the superhero movies these days. They can't keep their damn mask on. It's like that. We know who you are. We don't need to see your face while you're doing. Put the damn mask back on.
Yeah.
I thought the sister was toast for sure, but she wasn't. And I'm like, okay.
You thought her what?
I thought the sister was toast for sure. I thought she was gone. Like, I thought she died and he had no family left. I'm like, where's it going from here? Is he going to become an evil dictator?
Right.
Yeah. It could have gone that way, but that's where I thought they ended up in the house.
Someone living that life and realizing everything crumbled around them, I would have become the dictator.
Yeah, he just takes the throne and stares at everybody because nobody knows what he wants.
Yeah. He wants everyone to dress like his little sister because he's still living in his own mind. I don't know.
Or maybe he developed some sort of weird kink. Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, he did say goodbye to her pretty easily when she was distracting him for some reason.
Yeah, the little sister.
So that the plot could go on and he wouldn't be talking to her while he was talking to the sister. They had to move that part out of the way.
Yeah.
Before he met her. Before they, I think they're gonna do something like fancy and theatrical, artsy, and have them morph together in his mind, and then visually, like all psychedelic-y, like they did at the beginning with all the weird visuals.
Yeah, I think the weird visuals was just to set up how confusing it might get towards the end. But
oh my God, is this Fear and Loathing Las Vegas? Okay, I'm here. No, okay.
Oh, Las Vegas.
I also give it a 3.5.
I didn't ask you.
Yeah,
I did.
I forgot. You give
I said
it a 3.5.
You guys said 3.5. I said 3. He said 2.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to call you a friend,
2
man.
is what you
I
give
don't
human
understand you
centipede.
anymore.
2 is what you give human centipede. Okay.
yeah.
Again, another movie I haven't seen.
But it's
sure
art.
I
I haven't
see
either,
it.
but I get it. I get it. I don't have to watch 2 hours of that. I get it. There's like 3 of those movies too. I get it.
Right.
No.
Oh, you mean you don't want to watch this zombie?
No. I will not be.
Next week.
I will not. I won't be here next week. So
Guys, I'm pregnant. I can't get drunk.
No.
Oh.
Not happening. Not on this show.
I'll watch it if I can roast it. That's my only exception. If I can roast it the entire time, I'll watch it.
So, speaking of movies you'd like to roast, Slotherhouse.
Interesting.
You picked it.
I know.
I'm gonna have to Google because I didn't watch it yet. Tell me.
You don't want to watch it.
It's silly.
Oh, it was about sloths. See, I knew there was sloths in that title.
Right. Yes, it was about sloths. A sloth.
Oh.
So
Campy.
I guess it's basically about this college age girl. It's really hard to tell with their vernacular.
Okay, I can already see what this is.
And so it was very much like whiny. The very beginning was very hard to get through.
Come on,
it was like,
Well,
all these stupid
so-
petty girls.
So in the opening scene, we see the sloth in its natural habitat.
Right.
It's climbing a tree over a river, and you see a crocodile swim up, snatch the sloth out of the tree, and then everything goes still under the water. And then you see just the sloth crawling out of the water.
Mm.
And then these poachers come up, tranquilize the thing, and take off with the sloth.
Hey, baby.
And then you see the crocodile rise up in the river and flip over, and it's got like the 3 claws in its belly.
Oh.
And it's like, okay, so the sloth is a murder fiend right from the start. So
Right.
there's no build up here. It's just,
Okay.
it's always psychotic. Okay.
Yeah.
As sloths are. Whatever.
They climb down from a tree every few weeks to poop. That's very, very scary.
Not this one.
Although I didn't one of the girls fall in sloth poop at
Yeah.
one point during the movie?
Yeah.
That's
So-
funny.
So,
We like a
cut
good
to-
poop humor.
cut to our modern civilization, whatever, and there's this sorority that is having this runoff for
Election.
house princess or whatever. I don't know, whatever they called it, like the lead moron of the house or something. And
Yeah.
Biggest bitch.
Pretty much.
yeah, there's already one of those, and she's like a sure thing win. And then
Yeah.
our
Yeah, actually.
protagonist chick goes and steals the sloth from this guy that the sloth just killed, like the poacher seller people, and she
Right.
finds it and she's like, "Oh, you're so sweet," and like
I'm
totes
gonna
it
take
off,
you back.
totally stealing it, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're poachers. So is stealing from a poacher twice as bad, or are we now like on the good side, or if whatever? It's morally questionable at best. So she brings it back to the sorority house, and immediately all the girls fall in love with it, and her popularity grows. And it's funny because as they're introducing each of the girls in the house, it's like a very social media thing where they're showing like their social status on
Yeah.
social media and their follower count and everything.
Right.
And there's funny little sayings.
That's gonna
underneath.
age that movie real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Probably.
absolutely. So you get a real sense of who's a bitch and who's not real quick. And then you've got like the one like questionable lesbian chick who's way over the top of like trying to be masculine, but her femininity is still like stopping that. That was a really awkward character to watch.
Yeah, especially in the shower.
Yeah.
Nothing
Because
really.
he's like trying to be like all about it. Oh yeah, like a guy and everything, but like you could tell like she's not really like that, and it's like really over the top acting to
Yeah.
push that type of character. It's like okay, we get it. Tuck your nuts back in, okay? Good God.
And they're all like 35, right?
Right.
Probably.
They look
Probably.
old.
So the girl that stole the sloth from the evil poachers that the sloth killed anyway, she like the sloth likes her because she's being nice to her and everything, and then like all the girls that are being mean to her start popping up dead because the sloth is like, okay, you're being mean, so now I'm going after you, and
Uh-oh.
it was just one after the other. They started dropping, and it's like I don't know. Lion King meets Final Destination. Some real kooky, weird shit happens with how the sloth kills some of these girls. It's like, wait, what? You know, the
Yeah.
sloth is doing these very human, impossible things that sloths would never do.
Like
killing
drive a car,
Yes!
drive a stick shift car.
So is the sloth Chucky?
Right.
Right.
Oh, yeah, right.
They
It's
did make that
like-
comparison
Yes,
in the
The
movie.
sloth made a social media
Haven't
account
seen it,
for
and I called it.
itself
No.
called The Killer Sloth, and it's taking all these selfie images with all the girls that she's going around killing.
Yep.
Like, really? That's okay. Well, that's where we're going.
Well,
It's-
the part of it is there was one point when she gets up and she clicks on the Macintosh, and she's like, click, and scrolls through the main protagonist's Instagram account, and sees that she took a selfie with the poacher. I'm gonna kill her now. So that immediately put her at the top of the shit list, and then
Yeah.
she just bides her time, writing out the fame of her current status, and meanwhile systematically going around and killing all these women, girls, whatever they are. It
And
was,
each one is even more outrageous. It's
she punches a hole through a woman through a door. It's like, wait. So now you're a super sloth? What?
Well, the thing never died.
Yeah, and it never died. It was like it
Stabbed
was
a few
shot,
times,
beat
shot.
to death, tossed out a window. It was very comical.
John Wick.
Yeah, it was very comical. But
yeah, and then the final showdown was way over the top and longer than it should have been.
yeah,
And then as the one girl is about to like deliver the final blow to the sloth with like what was it, the sword or something, like the sloth looks up at her and it's like pointing at a picture of the forest and speaks
yeah.
home.
Right.
Like, okay, all right, whatever. We've come this far, I guess it can talk too.
I don't know. I definitely think it was supposed to be ridiculous.
Not meant
it
to
was
be
a good
watched.
movie that you can
Not
sit
meant-
and make fun of,
Yeah.
Oh,
but I personally wouldn't watch it again. I don't think.
Not
No.
meant to be watched when you're not on a substance of some kind.
Probably.
I mean, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but Zombievers was better than this movie.
Right. It was, wasn't it?
And that's a terrible movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of think there's been several movies that are easily better than it. I'd say Star Crash, which is Derry's most hated movie.
See, I laughed hysterically at that one. And like as I'm watching it, I'm giving you guys the play-by-play in the comments because I was playing catch up at that point, and I'm going, this is great. It's got everything in it. It's got space travel and cavemen and like everything is in that movie. It's it's like, who's the director today? What are we doing? What scene are we shooting? We'll make it work.
Right.
Oh, aside from World War Z, my favorite zombie movie was I already forgot what it was called. Army of the Dead. That was really good.
Yeah.
I may have seen it. I've seen so many, I can't keep them straight anymore.
Yeah, it came out in
Yeah.
2021. It's about, they barricaded where the zombies are away from the people that weren't infected. And it turns out they have to venture back there because there's a crap ton of money in a safe they got to go get.
Oh, yes.
It's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Money has to do with anything in a zombie apocalypse.
What wasn't it like Vegas or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
what's interesting fact about the movie is I think it's a lady with white hair or something. She's the one that drives the helicopter in some scenes or something. She was CGI'd into looking like she was acting with everybody because the person they replaced her with turned out to be like some kind of sexist guy they were having problems with, so they just cast her instead. It's really interesting to know that after you watch the movie and be like, wow, she's a great actress for acting by herself.
Wow.
For real. Oh
I did
wow.
not know that.
I did not know that either.
But it's a good movie. It's not really there might be some comedy here and there. I can't remember, but it was funny enough, I guess, for a zombie movie.
Yeah.
Interesting enough. I mean, it was intense. I mean, it was a good movie. It was more of an intense movie because they're on an adventure trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
Kind of like World War Z, but not quite as serious, I guess, because they're risking their own necks for some money.
Yeah.
In an apocalyptic world.
You said Land of the Dead? That was Land of the
Oh
Dead?
no, it was hold on. Army of the Dead.
Oh,
It's considered an action horror. I haven't seen it in a while. Maybe there isn't any funny at all elements. I have no idea. I thought there was a little bit because it's.
What?
Oh yeah, there was like an undead like tiger creature, leopard. I don't remember, but that was kind of cool.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's interesting because that's been in a couple of movies, not just that one. There's another movie, and I can't remember the name of it, but when I saw that, called back the other one. I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen something like this before, but it's different.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of the zombie movies and everything, and it's. I'm not a big fan of zombies, despite what I call myself. It's done ironically.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of those things because I have an idea for a story for my character, Zombie 13, and I watch these things to see if anybody else has come up with the idea yet. And so far, they have not. So I'm like, okay, I might actually have something here. Because usually you come up with an idea and you start doing it, and then you find out, oh, that kind of already exists. Somebody already thought of it.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to come up with an original idea. So I'm like, okay, for research purposes, I'll watch the zombie movies.
That's right. For research purposes only.
Yeah. Okay, so those of us that
All right.
did see this train wreck of an oddball movie, what are we rating it at?
2.5.
I'll say 2.
You guys are way too generous.
I probably am.
I feel like you were going to rate it worse since you gave the other one a 2. So
yeah, like this is just 0.
Atrocity, gouge
I'm
my
not
eyes
even-
out, sinful.
I'm not.
I have a
even-
question though. I have a question. Was the animation of the sloth at least good or no?
Oh no, it was a puppet.
No.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well,
No.
okay, it was a puppet. That doesn't mean it's bad.
Oh, well. The whole time it was a puppet?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Never
buy it
actually
on-
any real sloth.
Oh. Well, yeah, I meant like, was it CGI or was it like a puppet?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Because that
puppet.
shows that someone put some creative effort into this,
No.
the making.
Yeah, I don't care. The movie sucked.
I thought it looked more like a puppet than it did no puppet. Especially because they had
It's
it
called
sitting
back
on the
to
set.
that. Boy kills world. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you a 5. This is go watch that movie to figure out what that is.
Yeah. Whoa, 10. Jeez. Calm down.
No, like whatever. I don't come at me. I don't give a rat's flying flaming
Let's
fucking
see.
ass.
What would you consider a divine encounter then?
Haven't
We
seen
haven't
it yet.
had one yet.
Yeah.
Doggy baby.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, Mom.
what was the
Yeah.
highest rated movie
Doggy
we've
baby.
seen?
Hmm.
I feel like what was it? We watched something that was like 4 stars.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
You know what I would
I
give
don't
a
know.
5?
Doggy.
What?
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
I
Doggy baby.
get you.
That's a good movie.
You know,
I like it.
it's a good movie. It's entertaining and it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
give it that.
I can tell you right now, my mom watched it
5 million
every
times.
day, multiple times a day for like weeks.
If you haven't seen Hitman's Bodyguard, that one's also pretty up there.
Yes, we have.
Oh, okay.
It was,
No,
think,
we
right?
have not seen
Oh,
Hitman's
we have
Bodyguard.
not?
No.
Oh, I haven't seen the
There's,
second
like-
one yet, but we own the first one. I've watched that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right,
That one's
fine.
pretty great. You haven't
Maybe we
seen
should
that?
watch
That's
it this
Ryan
week.
Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson.
What is it? Samuel Jackson?
Is it? Now I'm second guessing myself.
Yeah,
I thought
is.
it was.
Mom, I want to be.
Don't make me question what I know.
I want to be Frankie.
Okay, Bailey. You want to be okay?
You're gonna be my Frankie.
Sure,
Oh,
Bailey.
Told you I was being salty tonight.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't know. I question my 2 stars, but
let's go.
Let's go.
I don't know. Like I know I don't want to watch it again, so
I've been very middle of the road with most of the movies. You know, 3.5. I did go 4 for whatever that other movie was that I don't even remember. That I'd probably never watch anyway. Never watch again anyway. But Yeah, no, I'm like,
I think I'll
No.
change my rating. I'll say 1.5 because
oh, you're so easily swayed.
no, I'm not. Because I'm just realizing that it's like I have to work up the courage in order to watch it again. Because I know one day my
I'm
kid,
never watching that movie.
I
again.
know, but one day my kid is gonna bug me enough to want to watch it. I even
Yeah.
asked Pumira, I was like, do you think this is good enough to watch? Because it's like I was watching it thinking it was lame the entire time. And it's like they only said a few cuss words here and there. It's like I think it's probably okay to watch. I mean, they've heard it all at this point, but I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. So I
I
was
don't
like,
know, man.
but it's like I have to work up the courage, and I'm not ready to do that yet.
No, your kids is still too young for that, I think.
Oh, brother, where art thou? Was hysterical. If you need a laugh, okay, there's my mom for you.
That movie's got a great soundtrack too. That's it's
In
very
constant sorrow.
yeah.
And what makes a good movie is if it's quotable. It's a quotable movie.
I can't think of a single quote from that movie. It's been so long since I've
watch
seen
it again. That and Monty Python Holy Grail. That's a masterpiece.
Fair enough.
That one's very quotable. It's probably one of the most quotable movies I can think of.
I think it depends on your audience because when I worked at my previous job, they quoted Airplane all the time. Stop calling me Shirley.
Napoleon Dynamite. That's also you love it or hate it though, but that one's also very quotable.
But my lips hurt real bad.
Just your chapstick. You're just jealous because I've been talking to hot babes all day.
Yeah. That is a funny movie.
Before autism was trending, Napoleon was it.
Well, I guess the thing that made that movie so funny for me and my group of friends is we had a friend who talked and acted exactly like Napoleon Dynamite. And
Sorry to your friends for
uncanny.
calling him autistic.
It was uncanny. It was just like, oh my gosh, can you believe it? It's just like, oh.
Wow. And it was like an awkward, funny movie. So if you don't like cringe, awkward, funny, you won't like it because that's like the whole movie.
Yeah.
I can't say that I work with somebody that looks like someone else from a movie, but I can say that I used to work with a guy who he did a couple of, well, did he do a couple or was it just the one? I think it was just the one because I can't think of a second movie that he was in that he was like a background extra. And that's all he would talk about. Like just, oh yeah, I'm going to be in this movie. I'm going to be in this movie. I'm going to be in this movie. And I'm like, well, what are you doing in this movie? And he's like, oh, well, I'm just kind of hanging out in the background. I'm, part of this biker gang. And, he was a big fella. Like, so, I mean, he's kind of hard to miss.
Yeah.
So they actually filmed part of the movie where I work because I work in a hospital. So they needed a room to where, okay, so the movie was the sequel to Joe Dirt. So it was Joe Dirt 2. Okay. So the scene where like the woman's giving birth and all you see is like her legs and the stirrups and then the doctor and then the nurse and whatever. It's like that's what was filmed where I work. And then the movie came out and I'm watching it and I'm like, that's like they must have did reshoots because that's not the room. Like, because I joke every time we train some new person, I'm like, yeah, this is the movie room. This is where they shot that movie, a scene from that movie. But then when the movie came out, I'm looking, I'm like, that's not how that room looks. So they spent all that time. I mean, they were there for hours.
Wow.
And then get this, the actress that played that character, whoever Joe Dirt's love interest was or whatever, Like that's not even her legs. Like they had a leg double that had nicer looking legs. So it's like, well, what are you even doing here then? Like you're not even, your face isn't even on screen for this or whatever. So
Wow.
I don't know. It was really bizarre. And so I remember though that night when they were filming, like we weren't supposed to, but I snuck up there and everybody kept looking at me and like, hey, don't we know you? Like, weren't you in so and so and this and that? And I'm going, nope, you don't know me. I wasn't in anything. So the whole time the movie crew is there, and I'm like, nope, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. And it's funny because I'm like, especially when I was a little bit younger, you know, in my, you know, late 20s, early 30s, I was always getting mistaken for other people, and some of them were famous. I'd have people come up to me and have conversations and everything, but as I'm standing there, like some of the crew was having to bring stuff up and down one of our fire escape entryways or whatever. We're on the second floor, and one of them like tripped and tumbled and fell, and there was this big crash, and it got dead quiet. And I don't know what happened. I don't know why I did this, but I was the one closest to the door, and I just kind of looked down and I said, hey, he's all right. He fell on a soft pile of kittens. Everybody lost it. They busted out laughing. I say, you like that? You can have that one. So they were crying. They were laughing.
Wow.
I said, did you hear what they said? So anyway, the guy that was like the extra, yeah, he was in the film for all of like maybe 5 seconds. You see him in the background in one of the bars. And it's like, dude, that's all? That was it? All that shit you gave us all those weeks that you were in this movie, and that's all you got?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
stupid.
All right. Well, we need to keep things moving along here because I know Pops needs in here to set up the final show of the evening, Freewheeling Fridays. So, was there anything else to say about those horrible movies? With that horrible movie?
No.
Because I personally liked the first one. But okay. So, one of the things I was considering was doing a sort of a tribute to Gene Hackman and Michelle Trottenberg, but because they died,
Oh.
But and it gets kind of weird because Gene Hackman, his wife, who's considerably younger than him, and his dog died. And they suspect no foul play was involved.
You're not getting the whole story.
Right. They're like, oh yeah, no foul play was involved. It's just like, yeah, that doesn't seem right to me. But
there's more to that story. Go look up and read more than just the headlines, people. Okay.
Right.
I'm not getting into that here. I'm not doing it, but there's definitely more to the story. You know, don't jump to conclusions.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying jump to conclusions. Yeah. I just find
it
funny.
Not accusing you of that. I'm just saying. I know people out there. They stop at the headline. They read the headline and, oh my God, can you believe they? Like, did you read? Did you read? Really? What did you read? Tell me.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to the two movies that pop up for me in my mind when I think of Michelle Trottenberg and Gene Hackman is let's see, Enemy of the State for Gene Hackman and Eurotrip for Michelle, because those are two movies that I just always think about when I think of those people, and it's like. But I cannot find them to stream anywhere. I mean, I have Eurotrip. I have Enemy of the State, but I can't find them for you fine folks to watch with us. So thinking we're going to have to scramble and figure out something else.
Okay. So it was what was the one that you had mentioned earlier, Addie? That was City of the Dead?
Oh,
Army of the Dead.
Yeah, Army of the Dead.
Army of
Can
the
you
Dead.
hold
Okay.
this?
Yeah, zombie movie about the heist. Money heist.
Let's see where that
You
one's
put this
streaming.
in your finger like this.
Army of the Dead is on Netflix, it says.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
we can do that one. Dustin, I saw one that popped up on my feed that I was like, ooh, I want to see that. And it's called The Gorge.
That's a TV stream. That's a not a movie. That's Apple TV show, a TV show.
No. Type in The Gorge 2025. It says action
Oh.
romance. It's 2 hours and 7 minutes. And it's available on Amazon Prime.
Oh, I like Anya Taylor-Joy.
Are you thinking?
Yeah, it has
Yes.
Anna Taylor-Joy and Fantastic Four dude. Can't think of his name right now, but
Fantastic Four, dude.
yeah.
Which
Reed
Fantastic
Richards.
Four dude. There's 4 of them. No, 3 of them. One of them's a girl.
There's a food in the
Yeah, it was Reed Richards.
I don't think we're thinking about the same thing.
Okay, what was it you said? The Gorge?
The Gorge.
The Gorge.
Yeah.
Type in The Gorge movie.
Okay.
Is it about me pregnant eating hash browns?
Oh, that sounds good.
It's got Miles Teller.
Miles
I don't-
Teller. Yeah, that's
He was
he was in the crappy version of Fantastic Four, where it's just a number 4.
I didn't even see that one. That's why
I
didn't
haven't seen it either.
like yeah, no, like that movie doesn't exist either. Yeah, Miles Teller, Anna Taylor-Joy, and Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. All right.
I know
so
it's a
let's watch
2-hour
those.
movie, and some of you might have a problem sitting through a 2-hour movie, but
I'm
that
gonna
one
take a
really
nap
like
halfway
grabbed
through.
me. I'm like, I've got to see this.
Where's oh no.
I'm sorry, Pumira. I stepped all over what you said. Can you repeat?
She said she'll
I
take
just
a
said
nap
I'm gonna
halfway
take
through.
a nap halfway through.
I
Have
know
to.
it says like action romance or whatever. So I'm trying to look up the synopsis. It's like these 2 operatives, they're on either side of this mysterious gorge, and they're told that they have to watch it and
The
protect
world's
it.
most dangerous secret lies between them. Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy star in The Gorge. Dun dun dun. Okay, so they're 2 elite snipers ordered to guard a deep gorge without knowing what's inside. And in the preview, there's various creatures like clicking and clacking trying to crawl to the top, and they have to shoot them and stuff. So it seems very exciting. And I don't see how they're working a romance in it other than, hey, you're over there, I'm over here, I'm longing for you. You know, outside of that. But
The only thing keeping us apart is this gorge and these things down here.
you stupid gorge. Gosh.
Yeah, how can that be a romance?
Yeah,
They're about to die.
unless
and
they
say, I
unless
love
they
you.
meet halfway across or use the rope and slide halfway across and have some fun there. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care about the romance thing, like the creature aspect of it.
Yes.
And that's what caught my attention.
Hey, maybe
I
that's
want
the
to know-
romance. We got some creatures getting it on in the
Oh,
gorge.
yeah.
Hey.
I want to know more about the
Cthulhu
hole
banging
the
in there.
ground. Let's find out.
All right, the
No.
gorge.
I mean, or not, whatever.
No, I like it.
mean,
Let's do it.
it's on Amazon, so I don't, Oh,
The
he
rope
said Pop
broke in the
does rope
trailer.
broke
They
in the
tried.
trailer.
Okay.
Don't do that, baby.
I
Uh,
can
Don't.
make steps on you.
Don't do
can't blame a guy for trying.
Right.
I can make steps on you.
that. Okay.
There's another thing that we're not thinking of that
Maybe
I
how to
just
break
popped
the
in my head, but
resistance.
it's, kind of a long distance thing, and he would have to be a very good shot in order to, get across a
Jeez.
gorge.
I mean, hey, said he was an expert sniper, so I mean, who?
Maybe he's sniping a different kind of bullet.
Oh my goodness. Guys.
Their faces.
Are we sure the name of this movie isn't Engorged?
Right?
Oh.
Nice.
All right.
That's a sequel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. They made it out to engorge.
Is there not just like a big bridge?
Wait, we're too freaky.
All right,
Zip
so yeah,
line.
Army of the Dead and the Gorge.
Yeah.
Wow, Addie, he says.
Well, sorry for being an adult, humorous
She-
person.
Come on.
She's
Almost
pregnant.
30.
She's pregnant with her second child. Who do you think you're talking to here?
I don't know how kids were made. I was homeschooled.
Right.
Oh boy.
All right, so yeah, let's wrap things up here so that way Pops has plenty of time to get things. Wait, he says Army of the Dead on Pilled. I do not have Prime. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, for our watch show that we have every Thursday, Pops arranges as, one of the movies we end up watching on the next episode. He will put on Pilled for free, pilled.net for free. So he's saying Army of the Dead on Pilled. He does not have Prime.
There you
So,
go. Maybe we can
there we
get
go.
Barry back for next week since it's an Anya Taylor-Joy
Yeah,
movie. So
right.
entice him back and give him his awesome artwork that you did, Addie.
Yeah. You're like, hey, come watch this. It's got Anya Taylor-Joy in it.
She's great in Queen's Gambit. That was great. Miniseries.
Yeah, it
Loved
was. I really
Loved
enjoyed
it.
that.
Almost
I
made
would
me
I
wanna play
would
chess.
be ready to watch that again anytime.
First thing I saw her in was Split, though. That was a wild ride.
Split. Really? She was in Split? I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was probably introduced to her in The Witch.
Yeah.
Seen
Yeah.
that one yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very folklore horror-ish kind of, that's got the ever famous Black Phillip in it, where, dost thou wish to live deliciously.
So I'll end on this note. There's a lot of rumors about Kathleen Kennedy. Unfortunately, somehow he returned. She just won't freaking die.
I am this in it.
Yeah. And
I
I
am
wish
Star
I could take
Wars.
credit for this because that is so good.
Wow.
Photoshop. But
That is.
it is not my doing. I
was
totally stole
wild.
that from someone on the internet. I would credit you if I knew who you were. But
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, she clarified, said, oh, no, I'm not retiring. I'm just looking for a line of succession down the road when it happens. It's like,
Oh boy.
anyway.
Are you done?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm ready.
All right. So we have a few episodes coming up here. We have on Monday, join us. We're going to be talking to the Nameless Toy Company, Space Zombies from Mars. And then the following Monday, we will be talking to Ramen Toy. Yeah, buddy. All this and more. Nope. I need that window back again. All this and more on Geek-men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds.
It's so pretty.
It
I love
is. All right.
Yeah.
Well, until next time, it's been
Thank
a
you.
pleasure having you. I'm surprised you got to stay as long as you did.
Yeah,
come
my
back
man's
anytime.
not home yet. He's supposed to bring me a burger.
There you go.
Oh.
That's enough toy to that's enough. I said toy. That's enough to motivate you to stay up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was just
Nap
going to
and
say
then
the
eat
same
the
thing.
burger
Thanks
and
for
go
hanging
back to
out.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Eat my sleep.
I did it again. I'm sorry.
But thanks for having me. You guys are great.
Yeah. All
And
right.
thank you for the awesome art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're very
Thanks for
excited
paying
to
me.
put it up. We're very excited to get it up and into circulation everywhere that I
That's
can
what
come up
he
with.
said.
Ha!
You should get it up into circulation.
I knew that
Am I
was
supposed to
coming.
not? Am I supposed to
knew
not?
it.
Sorry.
All right. Well, until next time. Where is it? Crap, I don't have the media up yet. Nope. Okay. Well, until next time, I'm just gonna end the stream. Geek-men.
No.
Ho.